Let's learn English through easy stories. Today, we asked some people, what wholesome moments do you remember from your high school? The unexpected help in math class. Hi, my name is Anna. When I was in high school, math was my biggest challenge. I was shy and often confused in class. Numbers and formulas just didn't make sense to me, and I felt like I was falling behind. One day after school, I stayed late in the library trying to finish my math homework. I was feeling frustrated and ready to give up. I remember sitting alone at a table, staring at a difficult problem and scratching my head. Then Jake, a classmate from my math class, noticed me struggling. He was friendly and confident, always smiling and helping others. Jake came over and asked gently, "Hey Anna, do you want some help with that?" At first I was nervous and wanted to say no, but Jake was patient and kind. He sat down next to me and explained the problem slowly, making sure I understood each step. We started meeting after school every day. Jake helped me with homework and test preparation. He made math feel less scary and more interesting. After a few weeks, my grades improved a lot, and I started to enjoy math more than ever before. But what meant more to me was the friendship I found. Jake and I became good friends. We would talk about school, music, and movies. He told me, "Anna, you're really smart. You just needed a little help and confidence." One day he said, "I'm proud of how far you've come." I felt happy and thankful to have such a supportive friend. That experience taught me something important. It's okay to ask for help when you need it. Sometimes one kind person can make a big difference. Thanks to Jake, I learned not only math, but also how friendship and kindness can change someone's life forever. To this day, Jake and I are still good friends. We are looking for something beyond friendship. The coach who believed in me. I want to share a story from my high school days that changed my life forever. Back then, I was not very confident about myself, especially in sports. I was always one of the slower runners and less skilled on the basketball court. I doubted if I could ever be good enough to play on the school team. Our basketball coach, Mr. Carter, was a tall, friendly man with a booming voice and a kind heart. He noticed I was quiet and often sitting on the bench during practice. One day after practice, Mr. Carter called me over. I was nervous, thinking I might be in trouble. Instead, he smiled and said, "Michael, I see you working hard. Don't give up on yourself." I looked down and said, "I'm just not good enough, coach." He put his hand on my shoulder and said firmly, "Everyone starts somewhere. What matters is your effort and attitude. I believe you can be great if you keep trying." That was the first time someone truly believed in me. It gave me hope and motivation. Mr. Carter spent extra time helping me practice shooting and dribbling. He encouraged me to keep pushing myself even when I felt tired or wanted to quit. Slowly but surely, I improved. I made the junior varsity team the next season and then finally the varsity team. More importantly, the confidence Mr. Carter gave me spread to other parts of my life. I started believing I could succeed in school and in my relationships with others. During one important game, I scored the winning basket. My teammates cheered and I felt proud of what I had achieved. After the game, Mr. Carter came up to me and said with a big smile, "See, I told you you can do it." That moment was unforgettable. It wasn't just about basketball. It was about overcoming doubt and trusting myself. Looking back now, I realize how much a coach's support can change a person. It's not just about teaching skills, but about believing in someone's potential. Mr. Carter taught me to never give up, to work hard, and to have faith in myself. Those lessons have stayed with me throughout my life. Whenever I face challenges, I remember Coach's words and push forward. I'm grateful for his kindness and faith. He didn't just coach a team, he helped build confidence and changed a life. That's the power of believing in someone. It can make all the difference. The secret note in my locker. It was a difficult week. I was feeling really stressed about exams and friendships. Everything seemed to be going wrong and I felt very alone. One day, after a hard morning class, I went to my locker to get my books. As I opened it, I noticed a small piece of paper taped to the inside. Curious, I took it out and read the note. It said, "Hey Lily, I know things have been tough lately. You're stronger than you think, and I'm here if you want to talk. You're not alone." I was surprised and a little emotional. I didn't know who had left it, but the words warmed my heart. Later that day, I saw my friend Emma walking down the hallway. I thanked her, and she smiled shyly. "I noticed you were upset. I just wanted you to know I care." That simple note made me feel supported in a way words spoken out loud sometimes can't. For the rest of that week, I kept the note in my notebook, reading it whenever I felt down. It gave me the courage to face my challenges, and I even reached out to Emma more often. We became closer friends after that, and I learned how important small gestures are. That note taught me that sometimes people notice more than you think, and a little kindness can make a huge difference. Now, whenever I see someone struggling, I try to do the same, whether it's a kind word, a smile, or just being there. High school can be tough, but moments like this remind me that no one has to face it alone. It's the little things that make the biggest impact. The shared umbrella on a rainy day. This story happened during my senior year in high school, and it's one of those small moments I still think about often. It was a rainy afternoon, the kind of rain that doesn't just wet your clothes, but soaks you to the skin in minutes. I was walking home from school, carrying my backpack and a small, broken umbrella. I wasn't very happy that day. The rain was cold and my umbrella was almost useless. Just as I was thinking how miserable the walk would be, I saw someone ahead of me, a girl named Emma, someone I'd seen in several classes but never really talked to. She was holding a large, bright yellow umbrella, and she looked just as wet as I felt. I quickened my pace and caught up to her. "Hey, want to share my umbrella?" she asked, noticing my broken one. I was surprised, but grateful. "Yeah, thanks," I said. We squeezed under her umbrella, walking side by side down the wet sidewalks. At first, we were both a little quiet, not sure what to say. But then Emma laughed when a big puddle splashed water onto her shoes. "That's just great," she said, shaking her head. I smiled and told her about my unlucky umbrella. Slowly, we started talking about school, our favorite music, and weekend plans. I learned that Emma loved painting, and she had a dream to become an artist. She asked me about my hobbies, and I told her I liked playing basketball. The rain didn't feel so bad anymore. It was actually kind of fun. By the time we reached the corner where our paths split, I realized we'd been walking and talking for nearly 20 minutes. "Thanks for sharing your umbrella," I said. Emma smiled and said, "Me too. I'm glad we did this." Before we parted ways, we exchanged phone numbers. From that day on, we started hanging out more at school. We became good friends, supporting each other through tough classes, cheering at basketball games, and even working on art projects together. That rainy day was the start of something special. It showed me that small acts, like sharing an umbrella, can lead to big friendships. Sometimes, it all takes is a little kindness to turn a gloomy day into a bright one. Now, Whenever it rains, I remember that day and the friend I made under a yellow umbrella. That simple moment taught me how important it is to be open, to say yes when someone offers help, and to enjoy the unexpected connections life brings.
Thank you for watching. What was your favorite story from the video? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fun lessons. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next video.